Alright. Alright, welcome to episode 3 of the MBAA 1.05 match analysis. What's this? I'm very sorry for missing the previous episode, guys. I've been busy with college and stuff, which is why this episode itself is rather late. But I decided better late than never. So I'm doing it now. Now, you guys don't see anything? You should. Oh, okay, whatever. Moving on. We have 3 Sakia match videos today. Only 3, but I decided to go into a fair amount of detail into these episodes. So what we have here is Takashi Sakia. He's going to be the highlight of these match videos for today. So Takashi plays Sakia. He's pretty solid in my opinion. I like watching him. On the right we have H-Nania for this matchup. Waka? Oh, Waka H-Nania. Nice. He's got a decent H-Nania. It's not bad. But the matchup between these two, I would say Sakia and any Nania in general, not so much F, but in C and H, is probably Sakia favored, just because of the fact that Nania can't really chase him down that well. It's not too heavily in Sakia's favor, but Sakia has JB, which Nania can't really get around too well in the air. JC, when Nania can't really 5A. Nania's slashy hands doesn't really get Sakia out of the air. Nania doesn't really have a good answer to Sakia neutral other than just trying to move around his spacing, which is not a bad answer since Nania can still move around him. But since Nania has some difficulty, it's definitely somewhat Sakia favored. Sakia pressure is rather safe too, so Nania can't really try to mash out of his pressure in a bad way. But once Nania does knock Sakia down to the corner somehow, it's definitely really good for Nania. Sakia has to block a pretty good amount. Sakia can get out after blocking a certain number of resets, but once Sakia is out, Nania has to deal with the neutral game again. So once Nania finally does get Sakia knocked down in the corner, it's his job to go in really hard. Are you guys still not seeing anything, by the way? Well, either way, I'll just assume that you guys are. Alright, so we have Sakia versus H-Nania. Now, I'm going to go through the format that was suggested to me, that I just let the match video play out first. I'm going to do rounds separately, but I'm going to let the rounds play separately, and then I'm going to go back in detail and cover what happened. I'm going to try to do the H-Nania, whatever it is, thing this time around. It's still experimental, so don't get on my case too much. I'm just trying to deliver to you guys. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we have Sakia versus H-Nania. Takashi versus Waka. Alright, so the match starts off, and they're already just flying around each other, spacing neutral. Nania's trying to chase Sakia down, which is the hard thing you have to do. That was a good shield by the Nania right there, but once again, Sakia's neutral is pretty good, and Nania has to deal with. Air tech reset. Nania is just watching Sakia play his little game in the corner. Try to slash hand to stop it, but Sakia is still flying around doing what he wants. Dash 5C, try to catch a jump in. Sakia is still got godlike neutral. Nania still hasn't touched him yet. Sakia is just flying from one screen to the other. Nania's finally got him in the corner, but Sakia just pushing himself out again. This is why this matchup's Sakia favored. Nice throw break, but it wasn't there. Pressure overhead, not blocked. Just neutral. Nania trying to find some way into Sakia. Sakia finally messed up with 2C. Now it's Nania's turn. Here you go. He's gotten heat. He's in the corner. 3.5k. Throw. He's respecting really hard right now. But he finally got the weird air tech reset. And here's something that's related just to 1.05. You could actually punish heats from H-Moon in the air, which is godlike. Rage burst. That was really bad. He shouldn't have done that. Good JC from Nania. Throw. Pressure. Warakiya's respecting. Bad block string, so he just jumps out again. Tries to scoop but misses it. JB. Good confirm from Takashi, and he gets a tuck punish. Alright. Let's go over that round in detail. Alright, so the match starts off, and they're sitting at a range. At this range, like I described earlier, it's good for Warakiya. This neutral in general is Warakiya's neutral is really good, and Nania doesn't really have any good answers to it. So they're like starting off, and Nania tries to super jump, and that action was trying to catch Warakiya like jumping back, trying to like JB, because Warakiya likes to stay in the air. So they start off, he immediately super jumps at him, like imposing the threat of JA. Takashi sees this and dashes straight under him. He's like, nah, you're above me, that's fine. You're going to be on this side of the screen all the way over here, because you super jumped like this. Wait, that's... What happened? My H-Nania thing isn't working. That's sad. I had this all set up too. Let me try to get this started up again, guys. I'm sorry, I just got this program. Let me just... Alright. That's really odd. This was working. Oh, there we go. Okay, do you guys see this? Tell me you guys see that. Yes, okay. No. Go away, David. Sorry. Alright. Make it a little bolder. Okay. This good? This good? You can see this? Still experimental, guys. Alright. Okay, so let's get started on that first movement. So, they're staring at this space, and he sees Warakiya jump back. So, Warakiya is occupying like this side of space, and Nani is like, oh, it's okay, I see Warakiya is up here. I'm gonna super jump at him, and I'm gonna hit JA immediately. So, like, he's gonna JB, he's gonna try to like claim that annoying airspace. I'm just gonna meet him. But it's not working. I'm gonna super jump in right at him, and he's gonna try to occupy this space, and I'm just gonna hit him. So, like, he's not gonna do that annoying JA space anymore. But Warakiya, what happens here is that Warakiya just lands, and he super jumped at him, but he's down here now. So, not only is Nania facing the wrong direction, Warakiya is under him, which is something Nania doesn't want. Because Warakiya can like try to like do like 2B anti-air to try to catch Nania out of the air, and do all this like nice fancy stuff to just catch him. However, Takashi takes a safe way out, because Nania can try to like delay his falls with like extra jumps, air dash. H-Nania has like these kicks in the air. So Takashi takes the safe way out instead of just trying to punish him really early on in this. So he goes, well, he's facing this way. The character's facing this way. In this game, you don't autocorrect. So you have to jump again in order to face the proper direction. So Takashi knows this. He goes, well, all this side on this side of the screen over here is unoccupied, and he can't possibly take this space because he's facing this way. He's going to have an extra jump. He's going to have to correct himself, and he's going to have to try to get in. So I'm just going to get all the way over here and just claim all that neutral space and just get the fuck away from Nania. And that's exactly what he does. Now that he's on this side of the screen and Nania already used an air dash and a jump, he used a jump and an air dash just now. So Nania has no air movement, and Warakiya has all of his. He has his second jump, he has his 2 air dashes. I say 2 air dashes because Warakiya has a normal air dash, and then he has a command air dash. So right now, they're jumping at each other, and even though Warakiya is a little lower than Nania in this position, he's still at a, like, I wouldn't say obscene advantage, but a really good advantage, because Nania only has one normal that he could do. JC at this range. That's the only angle he could really cover to stop Warakiya from doing whatever he wants. So, because of that, I don't know, this happened really fast though. You have to remember that Warakiya jump air dashing away and jumping back in happened extremely fast. So even though that Nania JC would be the perfect spot right there, it doesn't matter. He comes down with JA, which is not bad actually, considering that Warakiya's air dash is late cancelable. So Warakiya just jumps away from him. He's like, oh shit, he like air dashed at me. I don't want to deal with this. I'm just gonna occupy this space and this space right here with my JB. So, oh, Nania, you landed. You're over here. I'm over here. Look at all this space that you just can't occupy. And Nania does not have a run, so he wouldn't be able to try to catch landing recovery or anything. So Nania just has to stare at him, hit JB, just kind of like fly around. So now that he stared at him like that, Nania's like, well, my only best way to try to catch like the landing recovery and like the somewhat not really bad positioning, but like the fact that he just came down with JB is to try to like jump and be above him. Nania wants to be above Warakia when Warakia is in the air. But when Nania is too much in the air, Warakia can just anti-air to beat him. So it's kind of like a battle. So Nania's now that they're both in the air, Nania's gonna be like asserting this JC space right here, and he's gonna have to either jump again and then try to JB him to meet him at this angle, or he's just gonna have to land and try to 2B. So if we just look at that, he jumped again and he hit JB, which is exactly what I thought. And what happened with Waka? Let's see that again. There needs to be a better way to seek back in these videos. Alright, so what happens with Waka is that he thinks that Waka is going to stay right here. And Waka has absolutely no reason to stay right there. And he doesn't. So he jumps, he just comes down with JB, and he hits JB to try to meet him up here. So they both miss each other. And this is kind of like an awkward situation. Comes down with JB though, because it's active forever. It's okay though, because Nania is able to block. So he comes down with JB and hits the 2A, which is a random confirm. Didn't really get it. That's okay. So he confirms it to 2ABC, to Nania 2 and 4B. So the thing about Nania 2 and 4B summon is that it covers all this ground space. So what happens with Rocket, once he covers all this ground space and the opponent's generally around in this area, the opponent only has 2 options. One, block Nania, which allows you Rocket to be a plus and above you with all his air game, all his air dashes, something that you don't really want to be in. Or you can try to jump up with him, and Waka is just going to JB you anyway, because he's occupying the air and the ground, as you guys can see. Alright, so Waka knows this, and he knows that the Nania summon comes out at a certain time. So he's like, nah, you know what, that's okay. You're going to try to occupy all this space? That's alright. I'll just shield Nania right here. Let's see. I'll just shield Nania, and then the auto counter will come up right here, and since you're probably autopiloting this, and you're going to be coming down at this angle since I'm on the ground, you're going to have to shield. I mean, you're either going to get hit or you're going to have to block. And what happens is, he blocks it. So, he avoided being in a really tough situation. Someone air blocking your H-Moon shield is not a great position to be in, but I can understand why Waka made this decision, and it was definitely not a bad one. Alright, so they're both like in, I say, a weird, awkward, neutral situation right now, which in general, especially since his H-Moon and his 2A is bad, Waka will win. So let's just see what happens. And yeah, okay. So, weird, awkward situation, and Takashi decides to jump back and air dash JB. But Waka decided to double jump, so he's above him now once again. But this is awkward because Nania is facing the wrong direction, and Taka is facing the wrong direction. So this is probably just going to turn into a weird air dash, weird, like, neutral situation in the air. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Which it does. But since Takashi landed like below him right here, Waka did air dash back, which he's still facing this direction, but since Takashi is below him, he can now assert his JC space, which he does. He hits Takashi, who tried to jump back in the air right here, and now it's in Nani's favor a little bit. So now Warakia is in the air, and Nani is under him, and I would like to say Nani is at good advantage here, but since Warakia has many air options, Nani has to like deal with like guessing right now. Do I hit 5C to try to catch JC on the way down? Do I jump JA to try to meet him in the air? Oh, sorry, crap. Yeah, this is still experimental, guys. Please forgive any of my mistakes. Let's see, where were we? No, we were not over here. We were not over here either. Crap. This makes it sound like so unofficial. Alright, so JC, right, we're right where we started. So he's dashing, and he's under him right now. So Warakia can try to come down with JB since it's active so long. And Nania can like only try to like shield, rising JA, 5C. Things that Nania has to commit to. And Warakia has many air options, and he doesn't have to. Because if Nania tries to anti-air now, Warakia, if he doesn't do those options, Nania will either have to block or just be in a really bad position. So here we go. Dash 5C, JB on the way down. Yeah, so what happened exactly again? Let's see. Yeah, so he did dash 5C, which is exactly what I said. If Waraki had tried to like land straight down like this, the dash 5C would have intercepted him. But what Takashi did is that he delayed his air movement like this. So 5C ended up whiffing because he was up here instead of like around here. Okay? So since that happened, he's now in a bad spot where he has to block. So even though Nania was supposed to be in a good position, he actually wasn't because Waraki's air movement is just godlike. So godlike. So now he punishes him for whiffing to 5C. And this is probably going to be another drop to confirm because this is a really random confirm. But it's still good because Waraki is asserting his position in neutral. It's like, oh, don't mess up because I have all these air movement options. And if you mess up even slightly, I'm just going to make you hurt. So, oh, he actually confirms it into full combo. Now, because you messed up that one time, you take 3.2k. I'm above you. I'm below you, and you're in the air, and I'm Waraki. And I have all these good neutral options. This is something you don't want. So Nania is gonna have to come straight down. Thing is that he's going for air tech punish here. So Nania has to guess which way to tech in the air, either tech neutral. He has. Oh, God damn it. Okay. The controls to this are actually really tough for this marker thing. So please forgive that. All right. So this is air tech punish. So now it's a guessing game of whether or not Nania is going to tech on the way down, air tech, or just land. Because Waka is under him. He'll be able to do Rising JA, just meet him up in the air with Rising JA. Be like, yo, what's up? Or just like anti-air 2B him, which covers like a good godlike angle like this. Or if Nania tries to go like, oh, I don't want to be anywhere near you in this corner. I'm going to try to air dash over here. Nania will be facing in the wrong direction. And Waka is a ground dash to be able to just chase him. And then anti-air him. So this is a bad situation for Nania, and I forget exactly what Waka did here, but I bet it's something smart. Okay, he air techs really, really late. So because he air teched really late, it's really important, by the way. Right here. That air tech late, Waka tried to guess that he'd air tech up here, and if he air teched immediately, he would be up here. But since he air teched late, he's down here instead. So, god damn it. This is so annoying. YouTube controls. Stop being ass. Alright. Since he teched that late, Nania, I would say, is in a good position. But since he air teched in over here, he's right where Waka wants him. Look at it. He's literally facing this way. He can attack behind him. God damn it. Wow, that is really annoying. If you guys are curious why I'm messing this up so much, it's Alt +2 to draw the arrows, and if I hit just straight up 2, it goes back. That's frustrating. Okay, so whatever. I've only covered, what, 5 seconds of this match video, and I'm already going neutral this much. Alright, so Waraki tries to jump up again, because for some reason he was scared of Nania facing the wrong way, which is awkward. So that's just awkward, air confirms, whatever. But anyway, Waka's up here, he's used 2 air dashes, and now 2 jumps, and he doesn't have 2 air dashes. So Nania's under him, so let's see what happens. Yeah, Nania just tries to hit 5A, he's not going to commit to 5C like he did before, and he tries to hit 2C to try to catch what would probably be 5C recovery, but it's not there, so he doesn't catch anything. Alright, so they're jumping. Slash your hands to try to commit to that like anti-air space. Waka didn't jump in that space though at that time, so he just comes out with JC. Punished. That right there is actually a big deal. Since he knew that he couldn't link a combo after his JC, he knew that Waka might want to try to backdash. So he did backdash OS. Where is it? Right around here. JC, way too far to connect anything. Way too far. So Nania, if he knows this, he either can try to jump or backdash. So thing is that he straight up blocked, which is something that Waka was not expecting. So he did dash 2A2C. Dash 2A2C, catches dashes. So he was looking for it, like really hard. That's okay, because he blocked. Alright, so he blocked. He's eating block strings. That's fine. Dash 5C to try to catch him being in the air, but he's not there. Alright, 2B, 2A. Dash 5A, 5C from Nania is a guard break. Thing is that it only works against characters with more limited air movement and more obvious air movement. However, H-Nania, I mean, Shibarakia, as we established before, moves around the screen however he likes. So, oh well. Air movement, airspace. Nania trying to work his way in the corner, but it's not just happening. Alright, so just... That happened right there is that Waka tried to throw tech. With throw tech in this game is 1 plus A plus D, and his shield comes out if they don't throw you. But since he did it so late, he did the throw so late, even though he hit throw tech, he grabbed his shield. So it's awkward, but, you know, whatever. Nania setup. So Waka has some really nasty setups off of this. But for some reason, he's like scared of DP or something, so he just backs up. So Waka takes advantage of that and just wakes up with dodge. So now they're in a situation where they're like even and neutral. So Waka just air dashes back in with JB. JB the god. Alright, so block strings, overhead. Too far out to connect the overhead, that's fine though. Alright, so JA, JB. Just jumping around each other, jumping around each other's spaces, like I said before. Block strings from Nania finally worked his way in. Good confirm right here. This is a really good confirm. Now, Nania's in heat. He'll be able to do like riskier block strings to land hits. He'll be able to do like more stuff what he wants. Waka is just getting up. So this is a good situation for Nania to be in. This is something that he wants to work himself in. Waka gets up slow, so he has to respect dash 2A from Nania, and he's in heat, and Waka bleeds easily. So the only thing that Nania has to really be worried about at this point, since Waka's DP is just ass, is wake up heat, which is something that most Wakas won't do because they know that every other player that's good would be baiting the fuck out of it. So he doesn't wake up with it. He wakes up with wake up block, and Waka does dash 5A. Oh, what is it? Dash 5A 6E. Which actually shouldn't work. Wait, some of you are not seeing? Are you guys being serious? Yeah, I just checked the stream myself. I was able to see. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, moving on. So he did dash 5A6E, which is throw tech, throw jump option select. So Nania was option selecting throw and jump back at the same time. So he threw him since he just didn't he blocked, which is okay. So he blocked. He's right next to Warakia. Warakia is probably gonna want to heat to get Nania off him, which is why he does 2-2B. If Warakia heated, he would be occupying this space, and Nania's like up here, so it's like whatever. I would not get hit by your heat. But he didn't wake up with heat. He's not mashing it, so that's okay. So he just comes down. He jumps up again anyway, just to make sure. He's like, oh, now that I'm up here, you might want to hit heat again. Whatever, I'll just jump up again. And not only did he not anti-air, he respected it. So he just straight up blocked, which is good. So he tries to jump out after that, which is okay. So he gets hit by 2A and just jumps straight out. So JB, that right there is godlike. Right here. When you get counter hit out of your moves in H-Moon, normally you're like, whatever, I don't give a fuck, I'm H-Moon, I'll just do whatever the fuck I want. But in 1.05, you could combo off raw air throws. So if someone's in the air and bursts like that, and you're under them, just jump up and air grab them. You're able to combo. So you could actually punish air burst now in CC for H-Moon. That's actually really godlike. Good throw break from Nania. That JB falling after air throw from Warakia punishes techs. You could always ground tech Warakia's what is it? Air throw. But if he falls down with JB, you could either just like tech neutral and just like block, or just get hit once, which isn't scary at all. But if you tech forward, which is the stupidest thing to do against his air throw, you're just gonna get punished for like 4K. So just neutral tech it, guys. Don't do anything else. Alright, so he sees that Nani's in the air, and he tries to anti-air 2B him. It was too early, and he gets tagged by JB. He's mad about that, and I would be too. It's like, what the fuck? I tried to anti-air you. That's not cool. So he just immediately bursts, and Nani has read this, so he just super jumps up. He's like, nope, I don't want to get hit by that burst. I'm above you now. Once again, I'm going to hit JC, and you're probably going to be scared to hit 2B again, because it didn't work before. So here we go. Let's do the same situation again, but you have no meter. Oh, no, that's okay. I'll just backdash. Get the fuck away from me. And Nani's like, no, wait, I want you to stay. I want you to stay. Don't don't come here. So thing is that he still changes air movements, and Nani's used a good amount. So Yeah, just JA, try to catch a jump. He delayed his jump though, so he gets out. He's out of space again where Nania can like try to 5A him or 5C. But the thing is that Waki's up here and he has all of his air movement options. He can move up this way, that way. He could air dash forward, air dash backwards. He has all his air movement options where Nania, if he commits, is probably just going to get blown up. So he probably doesn't. Nope. He tries to air dash forward, thinking that Waki would use all his air movement options, but he didn't. He just jumped straight up and then fell out with JB, which is really tricky. And he tags the Nania for trying to like capitalize on that awkward situation. And YouTube is being really annoying again. All right. We were watching this before. Nania got his combo. Got Warren air thrown. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna try to like rush these up because this is definitely way too detailed. I need to slow down a little bit. Punish. Yeah. So JB 2B. 2B once again to try to catch him, but he's coming down late with his JC, which is really annoying for Rocky to deal with, and that's really sad. Sucks. So he just throws him in the corner. Now Rocky has almost no ways out. No meter, no 100 meter, no space to move around into the corner, no space to jump. Now he just needs to block. So that's probably exactly what he does. Yep, blocks. Bad block string from Nania. That is not scary at all. So he just says, peace. You know what? Whatever. You're going to do bad block string? I'll just jump out. See ya. Jump straight up. Air dashes into the corner for whatever reason. Now Waraki is like covering all this space with JB and everything. Nania can try to like jump up since Waraki is covering all that space, but odds are he's just going to have to stay in the corner. That is, of course, unless Takashi backs off himself. Because the timer right here, 18 seconds. That's like really... That's not much time at all. So Waraki, if his guy like neutral, could probably just like run away. Which is exactly what he decides to do. Alright, so Nania's desperately trying to tag him for like running away, but it sucks because he neutral teched the air tech reset. So the thing is that it's the same air tech neutral situation before, except that Nania already uses air movement options. So he doesn't retain he retains the air movement he doesn't retain the air movement options that he used before. Since he got tagged randomly in the air, he has absolutely no air movement options. So if he techs now, Waraki's pretty much gonna like open him up. And there's no timer, so he doesn't want to risk that. So what he does is that he just tries to ground tech. And Takashi is godlike, and he read that. So he did the neutral tech punish, and he punished him. And then he won, which is smart. And I like Takashi. He's cool. But yeah. So match 2. I'm gonna just let it refresh. Yeah, that's if they air tech neutral though. It's still kind of like awkward. Alright, so I'm going to let this match play out. So, dash 5A, 5C from Nania, like I said before, is a good guard break. Waka happened to be in that space. Trying to 2B him again, but Nania's being really careful to just, like, try to delay it. Random 2B clash, yada yada yada, air throw. Okay, JB, that claw right there is really smart. Dash 5A, 6E from Waka, which is a guard break from Waka, which is really godlike. Good throw break, which is, like, that Nania expected really hard, because if he just mashed way earlier, he would have gotten away with it. But that's okay, because these guys are smart. JB catches him trying to say peace with his kick. See you later, alligator. 421C. Now I get ridiculous meaty. Oh my god, air toe punish? What the fuck? That OCG's? He tried to punish it too. Whips 2C, which is mad random. Now he's in the corner. Now he's probably going to block. Nope, wake up bunker, which is the worst decision ever. Alright, so let me just go over this matchup in some closer detail. Alright, so match started around here. There you go. So, right here, they're like just playing around each other in the air again. Nothing really to go over since I covered most of that before. So, air dashes, dash 5A, 5C from Nania. So, dash 5A, 5C is a good option select from Nania because he gets to dash 5A, which covers, like, let me just go over that again. Where is it? Right here. Right here, dash 5A covers if he dashed right here immediately. If he tries to like delay his air movement and then come down here, dash 5A would whiff and then 5C would connect. So dash 5A, 5C is a good option select from Nania if they're in the air. You still have to use it properly. It's not something that's free, but if you know how to, it's really good. So since and 5C combos off 5A, so since 5A connected here, combo. Yeah. Goes for the air tech punish reset in the corner. I can't understand why he did that because his air throw like options are ass. But Thing is that like Sakia is in the air, and he only used I think 2 air movement options before, and since he has 4, he still can move like really good, and Nania's gonna have to deal with this again. But since he did just tag him out of his air movement option before, Takashi's probably gonna be a little more careful, since he's like, oh shit, he just hit me out of the air. Well, he might be right again. Let me just like try to play a little smarter, because I am in the corner. My air movements are a little more limited, so just like straight up and out. So let's see what happens. Yeah, he just air techs really late, which is like what I'm telling you guys is really good. If you're gonna air tech, just air tech like obscenely late. It's really hard to get around. So since he's air teched really late and Nania like jumped already, it's gonna be really hard for him to react to this. So he's probably not gonna get punished. He's just gonna probably have to block at the most. I mean, at the least. So that's really good for Sakia. He avoided that situation completely. Yeah. So not only that, he tried to anti-air 2B. He thought that he mistimed his jump badly, but he didn't. So they're in a situation right here where Sakia just whiffed 2B and Nania's coming in. And this is awkward because Nania is still landing and he won't be able to do anything. And Nania doesn't really have any normals that covers the space. So Sakia is either going to hit like 5B or just like straight up. So let's see. Jump straight up. And Nania jumps straight back because he doesn't want to deal with those pokes, which is completely respectable on both players' parts. Now, different colors with different characters. I'll see about it, Shinobi. I'll think about it. Right now, Nania's like at the space right here, and Walker's at the space right here. Now, this would definitely be JB angle for Sakia. Thing is that he just got at this angle, and Nania's already approaching at him. So Nania at this point, this is perfect JA angle. Like, oh, you're in the air, you haven't put out your normal yet. I'm under you. Time to JA. Time for you to block, unless you want to get counter hit. So let's see how this works out. Yep, tries to JA, and he jumps back air dash JB, which is like ultra delayed JB, try to get around that JA. So they both did good shit. But since he's coming out with his JB, odds are he's probably have to block on the way down. God damn it, that's so annoying. What timestamp was that normally? Let's see. YouTube is so annoying. Why is it lagging? Don't crash. No. Why, YouTube? Work with me here. I was still in the first match, right? God damn it. Alright, we're at this situation. I could download YouTube videos. That's a really good idea. This isn't a crash. This is me, because, like I said before, in order to make these lines, I have to hit Alt and 2 at the same time. And when I hit Alt and 2, if I just hit 2 instead of Alt, it goes back to another timestamp, which is really ridiculously annoying. So, but yeah, let me get back to the match. Okay, so awkward situation in the air. Tries to JA him, just not there. It's all good. JA on the way down. Oh, you're over here? I'm trying to JB you now. Come down, JB. Try to block it. That's good. Alright. So, dash 5B. He's like, no, peace. I want to backdash. I'm out. So, good block strings. Decent block strings. Random clash on 2B, which is a good distance hit 2B, which is good. But that random clash, like, definitely luck. That right there was godlike. That was Nania's version of dash 5A, 5C, except that dash 5A, 6C in the corner only works really in the corner. Outside of that, if they like move back in any way, shape, or form, it's not really going to connect. So dash 5A, 6C here, and he super jumped straight up too. Like, he was expecting that. So he gets the hit. Now he's going to get Sakia's turn. He's going to be happy. He's going to do Sakia Grin. Yeah, Sakia Grin, 2.6k. Yeah, here we go. OGG, didn't tech, good shit. And US threw tech really late. So that was an awkward situation that happened right there, which is why Sakia hit the 2A button, which is fine. The 6C? Oh, you're right. It is not guard breakable. I mean, air unblockable. It's still good, though. I still respect it. Okay, so JB right here. That JB only hit once. He's at a space really far out. And what Nania is either expecting here is backdash or jump. So he's going to dash 5A right here, try to catch the jump. And Waka's like, well, I mean, Takashi is like, well, this is a really awkward situation, and you're going to do something really weird, and I have all these good options. I'm just going to hit 2A, which is fine, because he's been blocking all this time. He's been playing really respectful, so he's going to hit 2A once. And he gets away with it, because he did dash 5A. So, whatever, my turn, 2A. And Waka's like, nah, man, nah. I finally like got you pinned down in neutral, and you're just gonna hit 2A on me. Man, that sucks. I know, I definitely don't want that to happen. I have a 153 meter right here. I'm gonna use this. Yeah, 100 meter for my turn. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Bunker. All right. So he goes for like this weird, gimmicky like setup. I don't know what he's fishing for. He's probably fishing for heat, but Takashi's barely hit heat as is. So JC dash 5A. Yeah, these 2As are terrible. So dash 5A again, try to catch the jump, but didn't he backdash instead, which is smart. He's not looking for backdash right now. So 2B, that angle right here, let me show you. Okay, that was godlike. So they're in the awkward situation. He blocks a JB. Now he's still in block stun. He's gonna still be in block stun until he lands right here. And Wakia is gonna land straight down right here. And Wakia is gonna do his anti-air 2B right here. So this is gonna be exactly where Nania is gonna be. And Nania does not want to be right here. And he has almost no way to deal with this because he's still in block stun. So he can either try to shield, which is unreliable because Wakia can just do like not 2B. Wakia has way too many good options right now. So what he tries to do is Nania's like air kick thing in the air to just say peace and just get out of this situation. Thing is that he was too low, so he gets caught by 2B anyway. 2B the god. Counter hit. Yeah. He tried to say peace. He almost said peace, guys. He was like, oh, god damn it. Was it the second round? No, it was the third round, right? It was the third round. No, second round. Yeah, I'm definitely recording it next time, Funky, because that's a really good idea. Alright, where were we? I don't even remember now. Crap. This is really annoying. I'll be more careful. Okay, so bunker. Alright, so bunkered out. My turn. Bait heat wasn't there. That counter hit right there. JB right here. Counter hit. So he's trying to say peace. He's trying to get over here. Wasn't there. Sucks. Gets counter hit by JB. Sucks. Okay, so JB 5B 6C. Good confirm. Maximum range for 421C or so. That was still pretty far out. That kind of looks on purpose. It was he dropped the tech punish after that. 2C, which is a bad idea. He was looking for air shield, but wasn't there. Goes for the bunker, which is bad. Just yeah, you lost for that. That was your worst decision. He was playing so smart, and they just wake up bunkers. Not good. Alright, so this match starts off. JB jumping at each other. Awkward spacing. JA again, because he's at the right there. 5C. JB. Oh, good heat. He's like, oh, he's jumping at me, and he's probably not baiting this, whatever. 2A, 2A, 2A. Random confirm. Throws out Nania because most players like to mash 2A because they think that's like negative for some reason. So whatever. Nania, I'm gonna claim all this space. You're in the corner. So he goes, well, you're gonna like claim all this like space over here. I'm gonna just jump straight out and like try to get out because I have like donkey kicks or whatever. So happens to be in a spot where Takashi's under him, so he does jump straight out, air dash. He's gonna come down with JC. So Takashi's only real option here is to just block because he's put himself in a bad situation and he can't anti-air 2B in time. Yeah, so he just blocks. That's fine. Dash 5A 5C to try to cast the air movement after that. Didn't work out though, but it was good. JA is trying to catch air movement. JB, JC. Yeah, okay, so donkey kick away just to like fly away. He gets one hit of the slashy hands, which is good against 236. It's good against JB, but the thing is that you commit really hard and you can't move. So you don't want to abuse that at all in this matchup. So he gets the one hit, tries to go into 5A 5C. Didn't combo actually. I'm really surprised about that. JB goes for the air throw finish. I'm in heat. Oh, you try to jump out. Oh, I missed a confirm. 5B, JB. Oop, air thrown. Here we go. That. Oh, missed it. Awkward, awkward, awkward. It's a lot of awkward shit we're going at. 236A is negative on block if you guys didn't know. So he just DP'd after. And his DP's air unblockable. So he's like, whatever. I'll just do what I want. Dash 2B catches the poke. That right there is so godlike. It's such a nice trick. I don't want to call it a gimmick, but it's like... Okay, so what happens right here is that he did like a second jump, and then he did like a third jump, like really delayed. So what happens here is that like he's facing the wrong way. So like most players would go, oh, he's facing the wrong way. I'm just going to hit 2A because there's absolutely no way he can hit me on the way down. Missing input, you think? I don't know. This looks on purpose. J26B, you think? Well, either way, he messed up his mess up with a godlike trick. And this godlike trick right here is plus, and it catches 2A and pokes out. So, whatever. Plus, yeah, didn't mash out. Mashes out 2A, which is like the worst Nania normal ever in H-Moon. Don't use it, please. It's garbage. 2C. Awkward situation. Waka didn't want to be in. Mashed heat. That's fine. It's good in awkward situations. Gets the JBC air throw. I mean, 421C. That's good. Alright, so we have right here F-Aoko versus Shiwarakia. I'm pretty sure this matchup's not too heavily in Waka's favor, but I definitely think it's in Waka's favor. Because any character that can shut down Aoko's orbs pretty easily is definitely a bad matchup for Aoko. So since Aoko can't easily put up orbs, and the only way to stop like Waka from like dashing out her full screen in F-Moon is to throw tiger shots, this is definitely probably a Shiwarakia matchup favor. There's only one real thing F-Aoko can do to try to keep Rocket from just jumping at her with his godlike normals, and that's trying to put up like the anti-air orbs that she has, which I'm sure you'll see sooner or later, but it's like a little orb that she puts out right here. And this is the orb right here that she has to pop off manually, is like the only answer that she has to Rocket jumping in at her. And it's not even that scary since Rocket can just like delay the way he's trying to move around it. And if he delays, like, it makes it really tricky. This orb pop will be, like, not as scary. And that's exactly what you could do. Nania rape it. Oh, you mean 214B. Oh, Nania summon. You're right. Yeah, so even if she puts up orbs on the ground, he could just Nania summon. And Nania summon just like, whatever. I just destroy your shit. That's really sad. Damn, this matchup is sad. Okay, so, with that said, so she has orb right here, try to stop Rocket from jumping at her, and if she's above Rocket, which won't really happen too much if Rocket is moving properly, she could hit JC, and JC is just amazing if they're above you. So we have Shiwarakia Takashi versus F-Aoko. Kirya, I believe? Yeah, Kirya. So tiger shot, whatever, not kind of hit, I don't care. 2B, 2C, combos, air tech situation. Aoko has like 2 jumps. No, 2 jumps is normal. She has 2 air dashes, so she just air dashes out. He tries to. When he called out Nani right there, he was guessing that the Aoko was gonna air dash. I mean, tech back. This is a good option. So he did like dash 5B, try to catch it, but she tech forward, which is fine. So they're in an awkward situation again. But apparently, neutral is really good for Waka in this matchup. So whatever. I'm in a good situation. Tried tiger shot again. Punished with JB. That's really sad. Shield again. Trying to do the same strategy that Waka did, but it didn't work out the same way. Once again, the Nania like JB tactic, cover the ground and the air at the same time. And since he has got like anti-air options to JB, this is really hard for Aoko to deal with, unless Aoko gets above him, which Aoko is desperately trying to do right now, trying to get like into that JC angle. But Waka is like, nah, that's okay. You can just stay where I want you to be. Anti-air 2B, whiffs it, Aoko comes down with 2A. That's fine. It was awkward, but it's a little mashy, but it's fine. This game gets a little mashy at times. Comes down for the good reset, tries to go into overhead, does the overhead too early. Off the anti-air orb that I spoke earlier, he can do like it's an overhead that you have to link into 2A, and I'm pretty sure Kirya can do it because he's godlike. It's actually a really tough link, but since Waki gets it really, really slow, it just whipped him completely. Takashi's probably like, cool, thanks, because he low blocked, so he just doesn't get caught. Awkward blocking right there. 3C is like a normal that's like really has like mediocre follow-ups, but since he could do like a low after, which is still punishable, he gets caught. Not really a scary OCG combo finisher, whatever. 1.6k. Wakes up with 236C. Now 236C is really godlike for these types of situations where they can only do like meaty that lasts like 4 frames or so. So your invulnerability outlasts them. But if you're next to them and they try to wake up with this claw thing, you could just keep on hitting buttons because it doesn't have that much invul. It's only like really for really selective situations like this, and he used it and he was right. So Aoko, who's finally trying to open him up, can't. So now she's on the other side of the screen. Sucks. Goes out Nani again. No tiger shots for you. 2B 5A confirmed. He gets 2B and confirms it to 5A. once again going into Nania, covering all this ground, and guessing once again she's going to air tech back, but he keeps on air teching forward. Does the orb to delay his air movement, but Waki wasn't expecting her down here, so whatever. So sucks. Dash 5C to try to catch any late mashing. JB counter hit. That was a really good orb. Yeah, let's go over that orb placement actually. That orb, even though it looks kind of useless up there, that's an angle that Rocky likes to go in a lot for pressure and space control. So, like, this orb is actually mad useful, and it proves out to be that way. So it stays there. He tries to like do a last shift, and he tries to JB, and it happens to be right there. Yeah, you're right. This is a stealth orb. Can you see the difference between this orb and the sky? No, that sucks. That's probably why Takashi got hit. So whatever. He's playing off the orb right now. Aoko, he jumps in behind the orb, and he's like, whatever. If you're not in this space right now, the orb will cover me, and it does. He tries to do air grab, which doesn't work out, and he tries to JB him. Since he sees him coming in like this angle, he's like, whatever, I just JB you. Oops. JB. Oops. Counter hit. Didn't tech. Good shit. Everyone's expecting Takashi to just like mash heat, and he hasn't. So even though like everyone's baiting him, it's just not happening. So he just JCs, and then he heats. Godlike. He's like, oh, you're expecting heat before? Nah, it's okay. I'll just do it after you JC me. Sucks for you. Now he's on the other side of the screen. 2B anti-air again, trying to attack him. Doing all these tactics to just claim all this ground space and just like deny Aoko her tiger shots. Since F-Aoko's air game is not that good, since he doesn't have the godlike range that the other Aokos have, she needs to play the ground game. And if Sakia shuts down her ground game, then this matchup is definitely really bad. So he does dash 2-2B. And thing is, this is deceptive because most Sakia do dash 5C, try to cover this space with their 5C, and try to catch like a jump out. But since he was actually expecting 5C, which is why he woke up with shield. But since he did 2-2B, which is safe at that range, he doesn't have to take the guessing game of like 2As, dashing longer. He did the safer option, so he doesn't get caught by the shield, which is good. He tries to shield counter anyway, but Waka is nowhere near him. But now JB goes for like tricky high-low shit. Blocks low though, good shit. Goes for the Aki overhead, not really that good against good players. Okay, right there, I have to highlight that. In the air, since Sakia JB is 2 hits, and you really only want 1 hit, since 1 hit counter hits in the air, like you could scoop, what you do in the air is piano JB to JBC. Yeah, JB and JC. So whenever you hit JB, you always hit JC. And what happens in situations like this is that JB will only hit once, JC will whiff on the way down, and then you get that 1 hit counter hit, which is exactly what you wanted. So you get happy, and everyone's happy, except the other opponent, and you just get to 2C. Yep. That's actually really good shit. I like Takashi. Okay, so dash under 5B. Let's go over that real quick. He jumped, he was in an awkward situation, Aoko was under him, and he just dashed straight under him and hit 5B. So he's like, oh, I'll just cover this guy like angle. Waka is like, crap, I'm facing the wrong way, I better just block. And that's exactly what he does. Yep. Goes into block string, into 3C, into orb, because he's not going to do that low bullshit again, because it's not really that safe at all. So he just goes into orb, safer option, but doesn't really cover much space at all. So Waka is going to see this orb, he's going to be like, oh, your block string's over. Peace. All this space belongs to me. I don't care if you put up an orb, you're going to try to cover this space. I'm Sakia. This entire screen is mine. So jump back. Yeah, I don't care this orb's here. Whatever. You can try to play off it. I just put Nania on the side of the screen and just like take it out anyway. So Aoko's trying to chase him, trying to play off this orb. The longer this orb stays alive, the longer she'll be able to try to keep him in this amount of space. So they air-dash back. So he capitalizes off like her misplacement and just IDs and JBs. So not only does he hit her, he hits the orb at the same time. Which, God, this matchup's ass. He can just jump at you and hit JB, even though you're trying to like defend it. Yeah, so once again, the orb trying to play off of it. Oh, whatever, you air dash back. I mean, you backdash, air dash and JB. Oh well, sucks for you. 2-2B, that's safe after 5C. After 5C from Sakia, he has like mediocre pressure tools. He got a 5A dash 5C again, which is okay. Or he can do 5C 2-2B, which catches jumps and any other form of disrespect. 2-2B is to be able to become a from, but since like the risk reward isn't that high at all, and he can only do like dash 5C again, it's not that scary. You can just block it. So he did 2-2B again, and if excuse me, sorry. If 2-2, let me slow down. If 2-2B is blocked, Sakia won't have many good options to follow up with, and he has to jump back and like controlling his neutral space again, which is fine because look at all the space he has. It's all mine. So he did 2-2B and F-Aoko blocked it. He's like, well, I could at least try to deny your ground options. So you at least have to stay in the air, which isn't really that great anyway, because Sakia will be able to capitalize off the shot and be able to like air dash in at her, which sucks for her. But that's the matchup, and that's how it works out. Yep, once again, jumping in at an angle that says, oh, you threw the orb, you threw the shot, I'll just be above here then, and like be above you in an angle you don't like. Falls with JC, 2B, 5B. Trying to desperately get at that range where she could JC. So let's go over this real quick. JB's, all this space going on. 2B, shot again, trying to cover that space. I'm above you, and you're over here. This is like quick reactions right here, where Sakia is over here, and to the other player, they still think that Sakia is over here. Remember, we're pausing this, so it looks really obvious to us, but to them, they're trying to go off quick reactions. So to this Sakia is still over here, so he's gonna hit JC. He's like, oh, I'm above you, finally. And Rocky's like, nah, I'm down here. I'm gonna like take away that nice angle you have and just sit on this side of the screen again, because I do what I want. Yep. So he tries to anti-air 2B him, but Aoko's over here. So he's gonna do dash in again, because Aoko whiffed JC and he has a run. He could try to capitalize off this landing recovery. So he's either gonna like try to jump. Aoko's either gonna try to jump to get away from this, or he's gonna like just straight up block, because Rocky's dashing at him. So he jumps again, and Rocky just dash 5B, which is okay. Aoko tries to... God damn it. Being really difficult. Alright. So Aoko tries to capitalize off this with 5B by coming in with JC. Once again, this Aoko is trying to desperately like affirm her JC space, but that's way too high and it's not going to hit anything. So if Sakia wanted to, he could hit 2A on the way down, but that's like running a semi-risky game that Sakia doesn't like to play. So he's going to jump back again and just hit JB on the way down. It's fine. Dash 5A, 5B. Right there catches jump outs. So let's go over this again. Tiger shot, JC, try to JC again. We missed. Mash 2A after, and then gets caught by dash 5A, 5B. This Aoko is being way too risky. He mashed 2A on the way down after whiffing his air normal, which is generally a bad thing to do in first place. And then once he noticed that his normal whiffed, he tried to backdash, which is okay. And then he tried to mash after. If the other player is just respecting and just watching what you're doing, and then tries to capitalize off bad movement like that, they will always counter hit you. And this is exactly what happened. So he did dash 5A, 5B, which catches jump outs at this certain angle. So since it just straight up hit, it gets a full combo. I'm going to assume that was a TK misinput, which is probably what it was. I'm pretty sure Eric will agree. So since he's all the way up here, this is an awkward situation. He should have gotten a full combo for this, but oh well. Drops do happen. Combos are hard, guys. JC counter hit. 2B, well, 2B 5C. What the fuck? That's godlike. JB, just get around the orb. I finally had 100 meter. I just comboed you. I get to do what I want. Fake overhead. Now, in CC, 6C, right here that's the animation. He could charge it longer and make it an overhead. Thing is that he could cancel it into 2A, the normal version even. So he could do 6C, 2A, which is a low. So he's looking for a high block right here. It wasn't there, so whatever. Gets caught by raw air throw because he was scared at F-Aoko running at him and jumps back, which is okay. But if F-Aoko reads that, he can just jump at you and just grab you back down, which is a nice thing in 1.05 where people can't just chicken block you and just be like, oh well, it's okay because the air is really safe. Not anymore. All right, 2B 3C again, which is really good damage. Drops the godlike confirm after that. Goes for air tech punishment. Goes for like double jump tricks. He blocks it all. Blocks. Not only blocks the 4C, shields it. Just godlike. You're not getting overhits off on me. Combos. Drops TK once again. And then goes for the Kato thing. And I'm guessing that this F-Aoko knows about this. He goes, oh, you're just going to go for Kato like you did versus Waka. I'll just shield it. You're not doing it again. Shields it. He just blocks. Oh, it's safe. That's really good. So what happened right there is that... Let's see. So it's playing out. Okay, so dash 5A, 5B again, trying to catch a jump out. Because this Aoko has established that after his backdash, he likes to do whatever he wants. So, there you go. Air dash JB, and he tried to capitalize. Wait, what happened again? Yeah. So he tried to capitalize off that JB hit, and he knows that this Aoko likes to just move. So he did dash 5A with whiff this time, because he wasn't in the air, 5B, which is safe to continue pressure with. So, it's good. Goes straight into 60 full charge, which is way too far. And since, what is it? Rocky is up here, he's probably going to try to capitalize that he just, with this tiger shot. So, what this Aoko does is like, shit, I'm really open at this angle. He's going to probably jump at me. I'm going to do a tiger shot, and I'm going to just go straight into the DP. EXDP, because, tiger shots and F-Moon are EX cancelable. And since this is the only EX that he could do to try to cover himself at the angle, he went straight for EXDP, which is not a bad move at all. But the Wakia did not commit, so he's just able to jump back. Sucks. Oh, you whiffed. Not a good thing to do, whiffing DPs. Punishes it. He wasn't at a good range to punish it fully, which is okay. But, you know, in general, it was a good play on both sides. I can't really get mad. Alright, so JA, counter hit. Right here, this is really important. Okay, so let's just go over it really slowly, and then I'll just go over it in detail. Alright, so 6C, DP whiff, good play. JB, JA on the way down. Now, Aoko has used almost all of her air movement options, and can only come down with either just like not teching or just block. And you can't air block 2B. It's air unblockable. So they're running an RPS game right now. Are you gonna shield on the way down, or am I just gonna air unblockable you on the way down? So he did 2B really high up, which is really hard to confirm off of. So he just goes for the air tech punish situation again, which is really scary because this guy has no life to play this game with, and Wakia has all these godlike movements to do. So they're playing a really risky game right now, and the Aoko has to guess. He has no. Excuse me, I'm getting really hiccupy lately. So Aoko has no choice but to play this really shitty guessing game. So he didn't shield it the first time. Goes for the air tech punish situation again. Neutral tech's the only real safe way to do about this. And what the Takashi guesses that he's going to do, since he just did 2B and Naoko has almost no decisions, he thought that he was going to come down with JD, which is fine. JD is the air shield, which is the only way you could try to get around 2B. So what Akia does, since he established that you can't come down for normal since they have godlike 2B, I'll just 2C, which catches landing recovery of a normal or air shield. You won't be able to air shield 2C, it'll catch your landing recovery and his counter hit state. So he fishes for 2C instead, which is really, really smart. Luckily for Kirya, he played the guessing game right. He came down straight up with a block. So he fished for shield, and shield wasn't there, he just blocked. So he stayed alive. That's really, really risky, by the way, because Waka has way too many options to do right there. So Kirya, I commend that. That's a really good decision. 2C, 5C, 2-2B. Even though this is negative, I control all the space. So enjoy your little like corner sliver of whatever, Aoko, because you're not getting anything after this. Yep, just hits 5A, doesn't even try to move. Waka's jumping at me, I can't do shit. Whatever. Tries to actually do the anti-air orb I spoke of earlier, since he did have a little bit of time, but once again, Waka's just moving in a smart way that you just can't really trust his air movement with. JB twice, try to catch him. That was an awkward JB into another awkward JB, and in certain situations like that, when they hit you in the air, you'll be able to mash. So he tries to come down with JA on the way down, since he'd be negative on the way down, and he whiffs the JA, which sucks. So he gets 2B, 2C, 3C, combo, into orb, setup. Trying to go for some tricky like situation right here, try to win the match. Nah, you're going for like really tricky, throw tech, blow up, throw, like, yeah. So let me highlight that actually. He did run for a long time, 5B. So what happens right there with run for a long time 5B is that if they try to throw tech, which is low shield, 1 plus A plus D, like I said earlier, guys, low shield comes out. So if they try to do it like that, 5B blows them up. So instead of throw teching, he just hit heat, which is completely fine because he didn't expect that. They're in a tight spot. It was only really good reversal. The timer's running out, not 25 seconds. And he has all this red life to gain. So why not? I'll just hit it. And he did. So he gains all this red life, getting the life advantage, has all this meter to use, and gets a random hit.
So these sets are pretty good. I like Takashi a lot. I like watching him. Alright, so this is a matchup I believe is bad for Shibarakia. I thought about it a little bit. I theory crafted. I think this matchup's bad. Because it's F-Aoko versus Shibarakia. Now, the thing about F-Aoko is that she's able to control a lot of ground space and has really good air normals to control airspace. No, you have to hit A plus D disc off. The OS is just one down back A plus D. Because if you hit the OS, I mean, if you hit E, what you get is actually I don't know what you get, but I know it's not throw tech, so don't do it. It has to be 1 plus A plus D. So you have to commit to either one or the other. So you'll be vulnerable to blow ups if you try to throw tech. So sometimes it's okay to just take the throw, but thing is, in that situation, Rocket had no life. You could not just take the throw. He had to do something. And he did heat, which is really, really, really smart. So, I commend that. So, like I was saying, back to the F-Aoko Shibarakia matchup. Any matchup where Rakia can't fly around like he wants is generally a bad matchup. And since F-Aoko can control a lot of ground space with pits, like puddles that move, good air normals, JA, JB, JC are all really good. Has good reward off any of her air hits too, with J2C into good Oki, and Waki gets up really slow. Good safe pressure that Waki has to respect really hard because he has bad pokes. Like, Rakia can't fly around like he wants. There's only one angle that Rakia can win, and Eric just said it, is that if Akia is directly in front of him, and if the Akia is smart, she won't be even playing the air game that much. She'll just be playing the ground game. And then once Rocket tries to get in on her ground game in a bad angle, she'll either just jump straight up and hit JB. JB is really good. Or she'll just jump straight back and jump up again and be above him for JC. Yeah, it looks like it's winnable, I will say that, but it looks hard. It looks really hard, this matchup. I thought it was Rocket favored for a little bit, but I watched a little more videos, and I definitely think it's F-Aoko favored. So the only real way for Akia, Akia to stop Akia's ground hits are to 2-2 them, the tornado that comes up. Thing is that that's obviously vulnerable to like her just not being there. So he has to commit to almost everything to try to stop her from just claiming the pits, which stop all of his air game. So that's pretty ass. So let's just go through this matchup. Well, that's the first round because I know this one's pretty detailed. Let's see. So the match starts off. Air dash under once again, which is normal from Takashi at this point, from not wanting to be in the corner. So JB jump in. Waka is just not trying to like even 2B this because it's really risky for him, which is ass. When you can't reliably 2B anti-air, you're stuck because what Akia can do is just come down with JC, which has a really good angle, which might be 2B at some angles. I'm not too sure about that, but I could see it happening. Or she could just delay her air movement and come down with air flame tongue, which is definitely really good, and it's a good blow up. So Akia can't even like try to anti-air her reliably, which really sucks. So just air dashes back. I don't want to play that game. Alright, so Tornado try to catch F-Aoko being where she was, but she was nowhere near that. So since she's all the way over here, he's doing dash 5C because this is a point where Akia would want to play her ground game by putting puddles, which cover ground space like this, or pits, which are little pits on the ground that cover all this vertical space. So she could put puddles, control ground space like this vertically, or she could cover the vertical space like this. And this vertical space doesn't go away. She could just stay on top of it. And she could pretty much like turtle by putting a pit right here, just defending it, covering all this space, and Wakia just has to stare at her play her entire game. So that's really ass. So Takashi noticed that he's really far away. He goes, no, I really don't want to play that game with you right now. I really just want to be able to fly around like I want. I'm going to dash 5C you to try to catch whatever you're doing, because you're definitely going to try to do something. And he did. He did do pit, and Takashi was right. Takashi was so right, but it was just way too far. So now that this pit's out, all this space right here is belong to us. Yeah, that's lame. But anyway, all this space right here belongs to F-Aoko. So Warakia can't even play his like all of his like stupid air movement game, try to like get around it. No, this right here is all Akia's, and there's only one way for Akia to try to get around this, and it's to either make Akia block or get hit. And if the Akia is twirling behind this smartly, that's really not going to happen. So the match already started, 6 seconds, and Akia already can't touch Akia. So he tries to tornado her. That forces her to block, but she jumps straight back, and she's a little too far out to get caught by the tornado, which sucks. So they're just moving back and forth again. The reason why he's moving back and forth right here is because, 1, he's watching Akia. 2, they both know that he wants a 2-2B again. And if she moves in on his 2-2B, because it has bad startup and like it only covers a really specific angle, blown up. So Shinji's watching for 2-2B, and he was watching how she react to see if she dashed forward, try to get around the pit, away from the pit. She didn't do any of that. So he's like, whatever, I'm going to dash in, capitalize off your hesitance. And what happens is that she gets ready to dash forward, but she sees what Akia dashing at her. So she's like, oh shit, he's already coming in really hard. So what Takashi thinks is that she's going to straight up block, because he's behind the pit. So most people, when they're behind the pit, they just dash block and just let the pit do the work. So he does dash throw. So what he does is dash, jump straight back up, pit. Thing is that Waka's ground dash is really fast, so he's already at this space where the pit won't hit him. So he's pretty lucky at this point. It's good. Alright, so air hits. Trying to catch the recovery of the air normal with 2C, which is good. Dash under 2C is actually like one of the smartest things I've ever seen from Sakia. It's pretty good. Doesn't catch him though. One single hit. Let's see. So he does dash under because he was above him, so he knew that he can't 2B reliably. So he just said, "Peace. I'm gonna catch your recovery 2C." So he didn't catch recovery, but he's forced to block. That's all that matters. So he goes 2C, dagger 5C into 2-2B. I didn't know that comboed, and I didn't even know that was possible. But he just proved it is. And after 2-2B and MBAA, you could combo off a super jump. So he tries to get the full confirm. I think he messes up the super jump. Whatever happened right there, he missed it. So he does dash under again. He comboed. That comboed. Yeah, that comboed, dude. 5C, 2-2B comboed. That's crazy. Yeah, one hit counter hit, man. It's amazing. Yeah, Eric's just like being really happy about his Sakia right now. Yeah, that's really godlike. Oh man, Sakia is such a cool character. Anyway, moving on. So single hit 5C into 2-2B. What Sakia can do at this point is try to air combo, and I'm not sure the exact follow up. If Eric could tell me right now, that'd be great. I know Sakia is neutral game and his pressure game. I don't really know his combos. But all I know is that right here is that Takashi messed it up. And that was amazing. That was an amazing confirm. He could do dash JB JC, really? He tried to do that. He do dash JB, and he tried to like double jump JC, but JC whiffed. So that really sucks. He dropped the combo. So now they're in a bad situation. He does dash under again. Dash under again 2B. So he dashed too far out. This is a good movement again. Once again, he's not even trying to straight up anti-air Akia at all, because it's not reliable. He's trying to like dash under and then anti-air, which is a nice alternative because he can't even like do anything when Akia is above him, which is like really ass. So apparently when he did that combo, he did super double jump by accident. So one hit, single hit. Yeah, it's a super double jump by accident. So that was a misinput. Dash under 2B wasn't there. So he does 236B in the air. Let's just go really slowly over this. Jumps up in the air. Thinks that Sakia is probably going to meet him in the air. Does the air flame tongue. Sakia just dashes straight under, which is godlike, by the way. Jumps straight up, sees that he's right here. This has good recovery. So he just tried to JA him. No counter hit, just able to block. That's fine. Playing on JAs right now. The one time he tried to commit with anti-air 2B right there is the one time he delayed his air fall with the air flame tongue. So he can't even, like I said before, he can't even reliably air anti-air him, which is why he's always doing the dash under that you see right here. So that's just pretty ass. Yep, air flame tongue, there it is. Barely misses 2B, by the way. That would be able to combo in CC for sure. Okay, misses up the tech punish, that's okay. He didn't tech anyway, didn't want to run the risk. After 2-2A pit in the corner, she's still plus. She can only commit and combo off 4C, which pushes her back immediately, or she can hold the pit there. So, like, it's really a guessing game. But if you guess right and she just commits, you're pushing to a range where it's like okay to work at. Tries to come down with JC at the angle. Once again, she's doing the air pits again. Air flame tongue to try to like cash 2B anti-air. She's doing a lot. Really fishing with 2Bs. Yep. Doesn't want to do it. 2B again. So what happened right there is that she did air flame tongue on the way down, and she came down with JA this way, which is really stupid. But he tried to 5A her because he's like, whatever, I'm behind her. This 5A will hit, and he got counter hit. I'll admit this is one of the uglier things in the Melty Blood engine that makes you just like kind of want to like cry in the inside because this shouldn't be happening, but it just did. And Wakia got counter hit because he tried to hit a backwards facing Akia, hitting JA that way. That's pretty ass. That's okay. Whatever. Gets hit. Tries to bunker out of the pit, which I can understand why he did that. The pit's there. Odds are the Akia is going to release it immediately. If he hits bunker, he'll just get out of the situation. But he didn't release it immediately. So it's just an awkward kind of hit into a tech punish situation where Akia didn't do it. So he didn't tech. Going into 2-4C, which is plus a lot. Going into air flame tongue. Don't move, Akia. Don't move. It's still my turn forever. No, I want it to be my turn. Time to heat. That's fine. He blocked a lot right there. Akia was really going in. So once again, set up the pit, trying to sit behind it. Akia's out of range where he can't really dash at her, so he's just trying to like pillar her out of like the pit, which sounds really weird. Once again, she's playing really, really annoyingly with the air flame tongue. He's trying to like stop any anti-airs or air game for Akia. So he finally hits her, forces her to block. Pit's gone. Time to move in. Still gotta be careful though, because their air game's really good. Gets caught. Drops the air combo. That's actually really hard. JC tags her. Dash. Okay, what happened right here is godlike. Okay, so JC drops the combo. 5A 3C. So 5A 3C from F-Aoko combos like really well. It's an air guard break. Thing is that the Akia blocked it on the ground, so he has to do a confirm into special cancel. Why not 2-2A? 2-2A is plus on block anyway. I'll just like hit 2-2A and just immediately release it if they try to move. But Takashi reads this. He's like, oh shit, I just blocked this. You can only really go into 2-2A. Dodge. Dodge the pit. Or is that puddle? He dodged whatever it was and then pokes out afterwards. It's good shit. Really good read. Really godlike combo into air tech punish situation. Air tech's really late, once again, which is like every other top player do. JB on the way down. Batters out of the 5C stack, which is really interesting. I'm actually really surprised I didn't counter hit right there. Remember before I said that Akia JBJC combos off a counter hit? So what Akia did right there was JBJC again. But for some reason it didn't counter it out of her state. Yep, whiffs, whatever. So air tech punish situation does not commit to 2B. 2 and 4A? I see. Okay. So JBJC right here, even though this is a situation where Akia, like I said like 20 times before, would want to like generally 2B because it covers like this godlike angle like this. This Akia has displayed that he will come down with delayed air movement, air flame tongue. So even though he wants to like desperately anti-air him, he has to respect, even though that it's supposed to be a good situation for him. So he just comes down with JC, which is really saddening actually, but whatever. 2A, 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 5B, catches you standing up. Combos. Alright? So that she's like trying to move around in the air, and she realizes that he's just like getting hyper right now. Tries to place like air what's it called? Web? Yeah. Tries to place a web to try to stop him from like just flying around doing whatever the fuck he wants. And he gets past that anyway. But it was a good movement. So it sucks. He air dashed past him instead of like just hitting JC. So now he has to block. Sucks. Okay, pit again, clashes your jump out. Didn't foresee immediately afterwards, which is something that should happen. JA's on the way down. Now let's see that. Let's see. So air flame tongue, walk back, walk forward. Oh shit, you actually accidentally air dash over me. Time to hit you with 2A. 2A. Oh, actually 5A. So he blocked it. block string into 2-2A. Now, if he does 4C right here, he could have comboed. But this is the first time he actually didn't do it. I guess he expected that he would respect it, since he respected it like 4 times before that. Tries to dash in, goes for the air tech punish reset, JA, air dash JC. Yeah, this is a situation where the Sakia, like, this is, I don't know how to put it. You would think the Sakia is plus, but she's not. At this range, like, not to the ground, you have to be, like, around here if you block a JC in the air in order for Sakia to be plus. But at this range, you recover it faster, so you can come down with JA. It's kind of ugly in the Melty Blood engine, but it's something that's legit. So if you're in that situation, don't be afraid to hit JA. Just do it. Which is exactly what he does. Good combo. Godlike misses it, though. I don't know what he's going for there. That must have been, like, a really cool variant. Tries to JB again, but gets caught by the air flame tongues. That shuts down a lot of his proper air game. JB, JC again, no counter hit. Flying around each other. Trying to JB. Desperately just trying to combo. Oh, 5A 2C into narrow. That's sad. Damn. Alright, so dash 2B catches the pit. That's really smart. This entire, like, exchange in the corner right here was really smart. So, once again, in the corner. Oh, Waki's near me. I just air dash back and just claim all this ground space. Just air dashing back a lot. Tries to put down a pit. No, I'm reading your backdash. I'm getting it. He read his backdash and just straight into 5B. So 5B again, 5C, no combo, no counter hit this time. Just staring at her in the corner. She thinks that he's gonna stay right here and just like respect her game, but he does dash 5B again, and he's right. So he counter hits her. Combo. Here we go. 2C Nero. Set up into a low. That was actually pretty tricky. I probably got hit by that. So JA. Rising, JB on the way down, air dash JC. That's how you do guard breaks. Yep, 5B, 5A, guard break, 421C. OGG, didn't tech. That 5B right there was auto tech punish. Thing is about auto tech punishes in certain characters with situations like this is that in exchange for covering all options, you're negative. Like, they can actually like poke out if you try to go in too hard. So if you're wrong and they didn't do anything, you just gotta back off. But if you're right and they teched out, like 4K. So you just play the risk reward game really. So after you respected a good amount of times, you could just skip doing the 5B part and just go straight into like dash 2A. But he respected it this time, so he just backdashes, which is smart. Tries to JA, the flame tongue wasn't there. Dash 2B was so smart, catches the mash out with far range 6C, which is really awkward, but really smart. Alright, so Takashi's going into the third round versus this ass matchup. JB, yeah, okay, let's cover that real quick. Remember before I said, Sakia has pretty much 2 angles to shut down Sakia. If Sakia is up here, god damn it. It's so annoying. Yeah, sorry guys, this is still experimental. Alright. Oh, Parapets. Yeah, right? Doesn't Parapets play F-Aoko? Yeah. Okay, I really want this to be more professional, guys, but I'm still having technical difficulties at the moment. I'm really sorry. Alright, so start of the third round. Alright, so... It's lagging. No! Don't lag. Just play. Yeah, I'm gonna download the videos next time. Just leave any requests and what you think I could do better for next time. I do listen to all my requests, so just please do. Anyway, so there's 2 angles where Sakia can't really play his game against Sakia. When he's above her, like this, because JB straight up. Boom! Look at that angle. If you hit a button or something, just JB counter hit, which is something that's just ridiculously scary. It goes into like 2C, 6C in the corner, and goes into like 2C, 4C mid-screen to corner carry. So if you're above Sakia and she's jumping at you in the air, JB, just do it. Just do it. You see this foot? It's going like, that's the angle, man. That's the angle you gotta cover. Just do it. And the other one is where it's actually been demonstrated many times in this video, when the situation's reversed. Just imagine that Sakia is Sakia and Sakia is Sakia. Okay, that sounds really stupid. But if Sakia is really above him, she could just JC. So if Sakia is above Sakia or below her, Sakia has to block. Sucks. JB on the way down, blocked. Tries to JA up. Catches an air tech punish situation. Just command air dashes out. I respect that. Peace. Good guard break. Wow, I didn't even know that was possible. Okay, let's go over that slowly. 2-2B, blocked in the air in a perfect angle. Dash 2B, catches her in the ground. That's pretty godlike. 2B 5C, full confirm. Max range 421C. People neglect this. If you're playing Warakia and MBAA, you have to get max range 421C. Your meaty is just amplified a lot. So you get to run a really good mix-up. So he goes for OTG right here, off that really good meaty. Now, we ran through this situation before. 2A, 5A, 5A, 5A. She air-teched into... No, she didn't air-tech into tornado. She got hit by the tornado, and he did dash 2B. But either way, so we're good meaty right here. Tornado, blocked, 2B, 5E. Godlike. So max range 421C gets all the hits. 2A, 2A, 5A, 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 5A. Now, if you remember before, we ran through the situation on the other corner, where he hit 5B, she didn't tech, he had to back off. So they played the guessing game before, and Akia was right because she didn't tech, and Akia was wrong. So this time, he guessed right. So Akia tried to do dash 2A, which is smart because the Akia respected it before because he realized the situation. But the Akia this time guessed right, and he tech forward. The forward dash turns into a back dash because the opponent's facing this way now. That's what happens when in these awkward ground tech punish situations. So now that Akia is right, Akia's in the corner, and Akia is going to be staring at her. So this is probably going to turn into an awkward situation that's in Akia's favor. Yep. So now that Akia's in the corner, and Akia's got him exactly where he wants her. She's above him, hit JC. Even though this looks like an angle where she could JB, he really can't, because she could do like air flame tongue and hit her. So right now, Akia's playing the game where she's just like staring at him. It's like, oh, go ahead, button. I dare you. Yep, there you go. Hit JB and did the air flame tongue. Like I just said, it looked like an angle where you could JB, but you just can't. Sucks. Drops a confirm though. I don't know what the hell that was. That should have led into real damage. Oh well. Does the 2 and 4A afterwards, which is plus. Tries to play the air flame tongue game again. Just doing it all day. JC's on the way down. JC again because he's above her. And just air dashing each other. Okay, I have to highlight some of Takashi's movement here. It's just way too good. Alright, so 2 and 4A. Takashi's like, oh, you did air flame tongue? You're probably going to be on the way down right now. I'm just going to hit you with 2B for once. Because you finally can get hit by this. The Aki was like, nah, it's okay. I still got an air dash. So he air dashes back, comes down with JC on the way down, trying to catch a 2B recovery. But it wasn't there. So he jumps straight back up, trying to get away from Akiha. Akiha does dash 5A, trying to catch a jump. But this is all happening too fast. So the Akiha jumps up and jumps straight forward, trying to get away. Auto-corrects himself. JC's. Because you see this one angle where Akiha is like, can't really do anything. So he's just going to try to JC her. So the Akiha, if he's smart, is going to jump back. Exactly what happens. Jumps straight back, does the air flame tongue this way. So the Rocket sees this and probably able to capitalize with dashing straight under. Exactly what he does. So at this point, you can do a dash under 2B to try to catch a JC. I'm not sure if it'd be fast enough. It's actually kind of tight, but I would go for it. Goes for 5A instead. 2B probably would work there, but at this point, Rocket is scared to anti-air Akia because Akia has demonstrated that he's making it really tough for the Rocket to do anything. So the 5A whiffed. He didn't want to be in that awkward situation. Takashi just jumped straight back. And now he's blocking because he realized he was in a bad situation. But it was awkward. So Takashi doesn't like awkward situations. And there's an awkward situation where he's technically still plus anyway. And then like if he hit a button, he could be right. He doesn't like doing that because the risk reward of Warakia is like if you get hit, it's so bad. You can't play the neutral game anymore. And if you hit them, the reward isn't high enough to warrant trying to take that risk that you don't need to anyway. So Takashi, from what I've seen, doesn't like taking those risks, which is completely respectable. I do respect that. So he just jumps straight back, doesn't want to play this game. He's going to play like, oh, well, I'm like over here, I'm going to hit JB, which covers all this space over here. So you're going to have to play the game where you jump back, straight back over here. So he comes out with JB, he respects it, that's fine. So he's trying to play the game now where Aki is above him in the corner, and he's trying to shut down her doing the air flame tongue. Thing is that she's going to get it anyway. Or just JC. This is so ass for Rakia. Trying to, like, air pillar to stop the flame tongues. It's just not working. That was godlike. Okay, let's go over that in so much slower detail. So what happens here is they, like, flying each other's ranges. So let's just slow that down. Alright, so 2-2B, air flame tongue. They were both made a good move. if dash under air dash is really godlike. I've been highlighting that all day. It's really, really good if you have a run. But that 2-2B right here, if he did one air pillar and then just did dash, that corner carry combo with Sakia JA is hard. But regardless, I'm going over this right now. So he did tornado right here. Yeah, so he's going to go straight into that right here. Thing is that the Sakia didn't do anything. I mean, the Sakia stopped his air movement again and did 2-3-6B. So he didn't get caught by the tornado. So it's an awkward situation right here. Goes straight into dash under. Is he probably going to catch? Because Sakia only has one real option. He comes straight down. So the Sakia is coming straight down with JC. Well, Sakia goes, well, I have time to dash under you again. I'm probably going to like 2C on the way down. Like I've been doing 20 times. A mustache. Sorry. Okay. Moving on. So, good air movement right here. 2-2B. Dash under. Coming down with JC. Which is fine by Akia's. But Takashi's just doing such good neutral right now. The Sakia realizes that since he's been in this situation before, the Sakia has come to a point where he's done 2C to catch the recovery so much that he doesn't have to do it anymore. He's established the fear. So he does jump back, air dash. Thing is that he misjudged the distance again. So he's at a point where if he just comes straight down, he's going to have to block because he's facing the wrong way, and Sakia will just be able to hit 2A, which is what he doesn't want. So what Sakia does right now is just jump straight up again. He goes, well, I got to correct myself. I got to face the right way. Hopefully Sakia will still be sitting here and won't realize my mistake. So I'll just be able to come down with JC or something. Nope, sorry, dude. Sakia did realize your mistake. Time to dash under you this time and catch you from behind. 5A. Godlike. That happened so fast, guys. So let's just go over that really quickly. Air movement, dashing on each other. Pillar, trying to catch that. Stopped. Bah! 5A. Drops the air. That's an air corner carry combo, which is just JAs. It's actually a lot harder than it looks, guys. So don't think it's easy. So I have to highlight that again, guys. It's just way too godlike. Just, wow. This is high-level movement right here. Just look how fast it's moving. Just all understand what's going on. That happened in, like, a split second. But yeah, so I'm in the corner. I'm not going to do the cancel again. Dash 2B to catch the jump out. Just awkward movement. JA to catch that. Good confirm. Death trap. Okay, so if you guys don't know what the death trap is, let me just cover it real quick. Sakia, if she's in heat and she hits you in the corner, she can go into a situation which is practically inescapable for the vast majority of the cast. Because if she does command grab, you cannot. Command grab is it's command grab. You can't block it. So what happens is that she puts up a J2C, sets up an air pit. A web which you can't jump out of, and then command grabs you. So you can't jump, you can't block, you can't do anything. If you're a character with a good DP that can get around it, just use it. But if you're not, you have to deal with it. Your best options, if you have to deal with this, is to just minimize the damage. Because you're taking damage no matter what. It's a really strong setup. So just minimize your damage. The only safe way, it's not safe. The only way to take the least damage as possible as Sakia and not have to deal with the godlike meaty is to just heat. Because the heat outlasts the command grab, and you just end up taking the claw hits. So that's exactly what he does right here. He does the pit, he does the web into command grab? ? He messes up the command grab input, which is really sad because he got the actual combo. So if you don't know, command grab input is half circle C, and he did quarter circle C, which is, it happens. It happens to even the best players. So he messed it up. He heated anyway. He didn't have to. But they both realized the situation he was in. So he did heat. Ends up blowing him off away, which is higher reward than he actually wanted. Because normally, if he did the actual art drive, he would still hit him and he wouldn't go anywhere. But now he's actually blown away to the other side of the screen. So they get to play neutral game again. And Sakia gets to live another day. So he's happy. So he puts up Nania. He's like, you're on the other side of the screen. Time to do this, 2 and 4B. So I'm gonna take this ground space. You're not gonna be able to put a pit down, which is really smart because we established before. If Sakia gets to play her ground game, Sakia has to do nothing. So once again, drops to the actual command grab, gets lucky. Nania, No, you are not staying on the ground. You are not putting down those pits, sir. I'm sorry. I want to play my game. So the only real way Akia has to deal with this is just jump straight up, which is still not a great position for Akia to have her in, but it's way better than her putting on the ground pits again. So he'd rather have that. So Nania covering the ground space. At this point, Takashi's just reacting to what Akia is doing. So Akia is up here, probably charging a flame tongue again. So he's like, oh, it's a flame tongue. I'll just dash onto her so she's facing the wrong way. And he already used 2 air double jumps, so he can't use his jump to correct his air movement. So I'll just dash under her again and just hit her. Takashi is so smart. Flame tongue ends up jumping into it instead and blocks it. That's okay. They both realize it's like a bad situation for both of them and just both jump back to both opposite ways and hitting like safe normals. So they're both gonna come down and play the ground neutral situation again. He tries to catch her doing a pit, wasn't there. She just moves back out. Now she has enough time to put down the ground game. Now she definitely has enough time because he's still in the cooldown for this. So that's definitely what she's gonna do, or not. Oh my god. Okay, guys, this is just such high level play. What, Akia? Yeah. Wow. You see, I would have gotten hit. I would have looked like a fucking moron. But at this point, like I said, what Akia has 2-2B right here. This is EX cancelable, but in my head, I would have been like, oh, whatever. He whipped this. Time to put down my ground game. He's been trying to stop me for so long. I'm going to do whatever I want. Well, Akia realizes this and goes, well, shit. Like, she's going to do whatever she wants pretty soon. I have all the life I wanted back. All the timer's still at a good position. I don't really have to stop it. I'm in heat anyway. I'm not really going to use this meter. Arc drive. Did you do anything? He hesitated, but he didn't do it. Good shit. That was really good shit. It's safe at that range, by the way. So he didn't do it at that time, but now he gets to pit because he's definitely negative after that. So he's like, okay, now I get to play my ground game finally after that long exchange. Ground pit, ground puddle, ground pit. Now Rock is in a really bad position. Tries to tornado to try to stop it. The pit's still there though for some reason. I thought it should go away when she blocks. That's really awkward. Pit, the puddle again. The pit's gone. Yeah, now the pits are gone. Now Rocket can play her game again. Or just get JC on the way down. Real confirms, real damage, real setups. Tries to jump out of that. What he was expecting there is that Akia can do dash grab. And the only real way to like try to challenge that is to jump out. And the only way that Akia can try to stop a jump out is to release the pit immediately. Which, at this point, Akia had to challenge in some way, shape, or form. He had to make a decision. He was stuck. He got caught. This is a bad matchup. The pit's down. She's going to come in and either grab me or she's going to let the pit go immediately. I have to decide. I have to decide right now. And he chose wrong. He jumped, and she didn't do it. So he gets comboed, and now he dies. Yep. High level set. High level movement. I like this. Alright. I'm done for tonight. I'm actually kind of a little tired. And I don't think this was as professional as I would have liked it. But if you guys have any feedback like normal, please leave it. I have a feeling these are getting better, the videos. I want them to. Tell me how you like the Madden-ya thing, how you like the matchups. Should I, like, any ideas? Like, me downloading the videos is smart. Any matchup videos you'd like to see, etc. I try to make this one more planned out ahead of time. So I have a feeling that these were more in detailed than the previous one. Because I literally have notes in front of me right now, guys. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I'm staring at, like, 2 pages of notes of, like, timestamps and just, like good shit that to write down. Okay, so the ideas, write them in the thread. Like, please write your ideas in the thread because it encourages other people to write their ideas in the thread, and I'll be able to just come back to it when I want to. So instead of, like, writing it down. So if you have any, like, ideas, any feedback, or whatever you want to do, post it in the detailed analysis thread. I appreciate it, guys. Keep on watching my videos. I'll keep on trying to make these better and better. Hopefully we get to the point where these are really good. But for now, I'll just keep on testing ideas. We'll go from there. So thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you liked it. I'll see you guys next time.